Arlington National Cemetery is known for silence. But on this fog-heavy night, the silence wasn't peaceful. It was charged, alive, almost electric. Tourists stood behind the railings, waiting for the changing of the guard. A full moon hovered over the tomb of the unknown soldier, turning the marble a ghostly white. Tomb Guard Corporal Ethan Ward, one of the most disciplined sentinels on duty, marched with flawless precision until something strange happened. The fog thickened, and then shapes appeared within it. Not random shadows, not tricks of the light. A formation. A line of soldiers, faint, translucent, shimmering like heat on asphalt, stepped out of the mist. Helmets, rifles, uniforms from different eras of war. Civil War, World War I, Vietnam, Desert Storm. People gasped. Someone whispered, "Are they?" No one dared finish the sentence. Ethan stopped mid-step, something no tomb guard ever does. His eyes widened, but his posture remained rigid. The impossible figures marched toward the tomb, and Ethan Ward did something that stunned the entire crowd. He snapped his rifle to salute. The ghostly formation halted exactly 21 paces from Ethan. The crowd trembled. Phones rose shakily, though many people were too stunned to record. Ethan kept his rifle against his shoulder, voice sharp and steady. "Identify yourselves." Silence. Then one figure stepped forward, a tall, mist-like soldier with a torn WW1 helmet. His presence felt heavy, like a memory given shape. Nobody breathed. Ethan tried again, louder. "State your purpose at the tomb of the unknown." The ghostly soldier lifted his hand and performed a slow, perfect salute. That's when something even more shocking happened. The fog soldier spoke, though his mouth never moved. "We have come to stand watch." A chill swept through every witness. Ethan's discipline cracked for just a fraction of a second. His heart hammered. Ghosts, if that's what they were, had addressed him directly. He lowered his rifle slightly, stunned. "You are soldiers," he whispered. The spectral figure nodded. "We are the ones who never made it home." The fog billowed like living smoke. More ghostly soldiers stepped forward, their features blurred, as if carved from memory instead of flesh. The lead apparition lifted a pale, glowing hand and pointed toward the tomb. "We watched over each other in life. We watch over each other in death." The crowd shuddered. Several tourists fell to their knees. Ethan swallowed. He had trained for storms, threats, even violence, but not this. Yet something deep inside him, respect, duty, loyalty, overrode his fear. He asked, voice steady, "Why appear now?" The air grew colder. "Because the world forgets." But he, the apparition pointed at Ethan, remembers. The spectators stared at Ethan. He felt his throat tighten. His grandfather had died in Vietnam. His brother in Afghanistan. Ethan had joined the tomb guard to honor them. He whispered, "I remember all of you." The fog soldiers nodded, as if acknowledging a long-awaited truth. Without warning, a sudden gust of wind swept across the cemetery, violent enough to shake branches and scatter leaves. The fog soldiers turned their heads sharply toward the dark tree line. Something else was coming. A low rumble, a vibration through the ground, a shadow moving where no shadow should. The lead apparition whispered, "A threat approaches." The crowd backed away in panic. Ethan stood firm, rifle ready. His training roared through him like wildfire. He would not retreat, not at the tomb, not with the fallen watching. A looming, shapeless darkness crept closer, an oppressive force, cold and heavy. It moved like a storm cloud, but with intent, pulling heat and sound from the air. The fog soldiers formed a protective line beside Ethan. Then Ethan did something no guard had done in recorded history. He stepped forward, placed his boot beside the ghostly commander, and said, "If you stand watch tonight, I stand with you." The ghostly soldiers turned toward him and saluted as one. The shadow halted. Then, with a deafening rush of wind, it vanished. The threat, whatever it had been, dissolved like smoke under sunlight. The air warmed, the wind died. Arlington became still again. Ethan lowered his rifle, breath heavy. The fog soldiers faced him. The lead figure's voice filled his mind one last time. "Your honor calls us forth. Your vigilance keeps us remembered. Stand your watch, sentinel, and we will stand ours." Then, like a candle flame snuffed out, the figures faded. One by one, era by era, memory by memory, until the fog was just fog again. Tourists wept openly. Some saluted, others prayed. Ethan stepped back to his post. 21 steps, 21 seconds, rifle at his shoulder. His face was pale, but his posture was iron. The relief guard approached, stunned into paralysis. "Ward, what was that?" Ethan didn't break formation, didn't blink, didn't speak. He simply said in a calm voice that echoed across the marble, "The unknown are never alone." And for the rest of the night, no fog returned, no shadows stirred. But many witnesses swore they heard faint marching, the sound of soldiers long gone, keeping watch with the living sentinel of Arlington.